longer find another reason to.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the NASCAR weekend, from the truck race on Friday night, the Xfinity race on Saturday afternoon, and the Cup race on Sunday afternoon. And then I'm going to give a short thought on the NFL Combine, only because somebody asked me about it. So I figured if one person asked, then there may be somebody else that's curious. So I'll give my thoughts on that coming up here in a minute. But first, let's talk about the NASCAR weekend. We started things off Friday night. Chandler Smith won the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race. And in my opinion, it was a good race, but I've always been a big fan of the Truck Series. It looked like Zane Smith, who won the season opening race at Daytona, was going to win back-to-back truck races. He actually finished in second, but he got disqualified after the race for failing post-race inspection, so he gets credit for finishing in dead last. But Kyle Busch, who actually owns Chandler Smith's truck, finished in second. We had Stuart Friesen third, Ryan Preece fourth, and Tanner Gray fifth. And 6 through 10 was Matt DiBenedetto, Matt Crafton, Brett Holmes, Austin Self, and Ty Majeski. Now, of course, we know by now the Truck Series does not race near as much as the Xfinity boys or the Cup boys. So that was only the second race of the season for trucks, and they're not racing this weekend either. And then Saturday in the Xfinity race, we had Ty Gibbs scoring the victory, followed by Noah Gragson, Daniel Hemrick, Josh Berry, and Justin Allgaier. And then we had Landon Castle, Sheldon Creed, Brett Moffitt, AJ Allmendinger, and Brandon Jones finishing 6 through 10. Now, Ty Gibbs actually wrecked Ryan Sieg early in the race. Ryan Sieg tried to get payback later on in the race, but he actually wrecked himself trying to take out Ty Gibbs. But Ty Gibbs is 19 years old. He's the grandson of Joe Gibbs. He's very talented, but you can tell he has no respect for veteran drivers. But you can watch trucks, Xfinity, or the Cup boys now and see that the young guys have no respect for the veteran guys. And it's bad because they should have respect, but at the same time, it should make for very interesting, very entertaining races, because these veteran boys may start getting some payback and start putting these young guys in the wall. And then as far as the Cup race on Sunday afternoon, Alex Bowman scored the win, his 7th career victory. He actually is in second place as far as wins, dating back to the beginning of last season. Kyle Larson has 11 wins, and Alex Bowman is next with 5. But it looked like Kyle Busch was going to win the race, but Eric Jones spun out with 2 laps to go and brought out the caution, and Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson decided to go with just 2 tires in their pit stop, so they went first and second. We had Ross Chastain third, Kyle Busch fourth, and William Byron was fifth. 6 through 10 was Eric Almirola, Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, and Christopher Bell. The Xfinity guys and the Cup guys back on track this upcoming Saturday and Sunday for Phoenix. And I will say, me personally, I actually enjoyed the Las Vegas race. I'm not going to say it was great, but I'll say it was good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it was about a 6.5 or 7. So it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It does look like the drivers are slowly but surely getting the hang of this new car, but it's still making for very entertaining racing until they get the full gist of the new car. But I was surprised at the booth because I thought Danica Patrick was going to be flat out terrible. And in my opinion, she wasn't great, but she was better than I expected. She was decent, but Fox has been getting a lot of hatred for their overall NASCAR content. Now, I will say, to me, in my personal opinion, Fox's NASCAR content has always been complete garbage. But if you're a long-time NASCAR fan, you know that. If you're kind of new to NASCAR, you may not know that. But to me, ever since 2001 when it started, it's been a complete joke. Now, Mike Joy has always been very professional. He's 72 years old. He's still very professional. But if you recall back to the days when Fox started carrying NASCAR racing, you had Mike Joy and Larry McReynolds and Darrell Waltrip up in the booth. And then you had Steve Burns, Dick Berggren, Chris Devoda, and Matt Yoakum in the pits. And then you had the Hollywood Hotel with Chris Myers and Jeff Hammond. So you had so many different voices wrapped all around the racetrack that you really sometimes got kind of sidetracked as far as what was going on the racetrack. But to me, Fox's production has always been terrible. Their camera angles have always been terrible. That's never changed. It's just they used to have so many voices that kept you company and kept you occupied that you didn't realize what they were showing you half the time was a complete joke. And then at one time they had that little digger cam where they showed this little hedgehog down at the start finish line and put it on the screen like you were watching the race from a hedgehog. It was stupid. So to me, it's always been garbage. But now that they've lost half those voices and you have half as many voices trying to occupy your time, you catch more stuff that used to you wouldn't catch. But in my personal opinion, Sunday, it was actually a lot better. Maybe they've heard about and found out about and read about some of the bad things that people have been saying about them, because in my opinion, Sunday, it was a lot better. But Kyle Busch, if you did not watch practice and qualified on Saturday, his car has been having a hard time with tires going flat, just for no reason. At California last Sunday, he ended up going 4 laps down because he had 2 separate issues going around the racetrack by himself where his tire just inexplicably blew up. Now, because of all the cautions, he ended up getting back on the lead lap and came back and finished 14th. But Saturday, during practice, his tire once again just blew out. And he hit the wall and the car was totaled. And in reality, they really had no backup car. Their backup car was mainly a shop car that had Denny Hamlin's back glass in it. It even had Denny Hamlin's name on the back glass. The car had no paint on it, no steering wheel, no seat, no motor, no nothing. But they had to get it ready, so they got it ready after qualifying Saturday, and he still went out there Sunday and finished in 4th place and would have won the race if not for that caution with 2 laps to go. So if that doesn't tell you how talented Kyle Busch is, there's just no hope for you. I know a lot of people will never like him because of his attitude, and I understand that. But personally, I like his attitude because Kyle Busch is the one driver to where if you ask him a question, he will give you an honest opinion. If he gets fined, he don't care. If he gets suspended, he don't care. He feels like if you want to know, I'll tell you the truth. And me personally, I appreciate that. That was the main reason why I never liked Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson was like the robotic mascot for NASCAR. NASCAR could send those cars out there with no motor and 2 tires, and Jimmy Johnson would say, well, if that's what NASCAR wants, I guess it's what's best for business, because he was just so scared to say something to make NASCAR mad, and I couldn't stand that. And Kyle Busch is the opposite. If he's got an opinion, he'll give it to you. So if you ever really want to know how something's going, you can ask him. He'll tell you. So any thoughts on the race weekend, please feel free to let me know. Any early thoughts on Phoenix heading into this weekend, please feel free to let me know. And as I said, I had one person ask me about the NFL Combine, so I'll just go ahead and say it. If you watch it, great. More power to you. But I guess the person that asked me just figured that since I'm just a sports fan in general, I watch the combine. I don't. I see highlights that are put on social media, and if I'm watching sports highlights on TV and I see highlights, I'll watch it. But as far as watching it, I don't, because I don't care what a grown man does in shorts and t-shirt. I just don't care. How you run in shorts, I couldn't care less. So if you watch it, that's great. Me personally, I just don't care. So I can't really give any thoughts on it because to me, it doesn't mean absolutely anything. So that's just my quick thoughts on the NFL Combine. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. My wife traumatically ripped the covers off me last night, but I did recover. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.